Before we begin the video, I would like to give a big shout out to our most recent Patreon supporters: Brianna, Dream Maniacs, Sugar Dog, Infinite Ginger, Rerekura Matamua, The Rixon, Michael Foster, Ethan Berger, Joe, Luis Longo, Dave Moore, and Caio Escamilla. Thank you very much for your support. And if you wish to support us on Patreon, feel free to click the link below in the description to find out more. I'll see you there.
I'll have 2 number 9s, a number 9 large, a number 6 with extra dip, a number 7, 2 number 45s, 1 with cheese, and a large soda. Big Smoke the joke. That's, yeah, I'm assuming that Big Smoke's going to be referred to in this in some way. Yeah, I want a number 9, a number 9 large. God. We've talked about doing the Big Smoke challenge. We've talked about it, haven't we?
Yeah. It's more food than you would think it is.
It is.
Because all of those are combos. So there's also like, how many were there total? It's like, I want a blah, number 6 with extra dip, number 7, 2 45s, 2 something, 1 with cheese, and then a large soda. You got 9 large drinks probably on that order.
Yeah.
So like, that's one of the difficult parts to start with, because that's probably like 2 gallons worth of soda.
Well, Big Smoke's not eating all of it. You got to keep in mind, 2 of those number 9s are for CJ and Ryder, and the number 6 with extra dip is for Sweet.
Okay.
So, the only thing...
No, didn't he say, though, he was like, he finishes ordering and all that, and he looks up at him and he's like, all right, y'all want anything or something like that? I thought that was part of the joke. He was like, what do y'all want?
Let's see. I got it right here. Let's see. Oh, okay. It's actually something else. Sorry. Okay, here we go. This is the official one. No. He don't say that.
Fair enough.
So yeah, Big Smoke isn't eating all that. So instead, he's just eating he's eating a number 9 large, a number 7, 2 45s, 1 with cheese, and a large soda. But still, in order to do the full challenge, you'd have to eat all of it. That's because it's literally just Big Smoke's order.
The hardest part about doing that order at a real place is the number 45, because not everybody has that many like combo numbers on the menu. You have to like kind of go down the menu item wise and kind of translate what that would be exactly.
Well,
maybe
they usually say the highest divisible. Like if a place has a number 15, then that's the one. But if not, then the highest divisible after that is number 9.
So basically, just grab like. Well, you could just grab like whatever the highest number on the menu is,
or that
not necessarily the divisible.
Or that too.
If they got like a number 26 and that's where it cuts off, take the 26.
Yeah,
replace it with the 46 or whatever.
Well, it all depends.
Or 45, rather.
Yeah, we'll have to.
There are places I've been to that do have definitely 45, like more than 45 items on the menu though.
Oh, dude, Cookout.
Numbers wise. Well, I mean, like, actually numbered items.
Oh.
Like, they actually, like...
Oh,
I've been to places that have, like, this giant grid, and there's, like, 50 things on that grid. And, they're all combo things you can get.
Shit.
I can't remember where it is, though.
Well...
I've definitely been to a place like that.
We'll have to look up and see where we can have the order filled, and see if, like, 2 or 3 of us together can do it.
So I was looking at McDonald's, and the cool thing about McDonald's is number 6 with extra dip makes sense because number 6 is McNuggets. So, or it's either McNuggets or tenders, but it's chicken, like, you know, and it comes with a dipper. So order an extra dip with it actually makes sense there.
Yeah. Well, we have Big Smoke the Joke Rainbow Six Siege with the Russian Badger. That's right, that Russian Badger. The Mimi Boy himself. We have it right here. Let's get it up on screen, and let's see what Big Smoke the Joke's all about.
In the words of Kurt Cobain, check the sweet no-scope.
Oh,
Wow.
oh God.
The edge. You're scaring the children, babies.
They call me Bob the Builder because I'm always flipping bricks.
What?
If I can't dab on the victory screen, I'm uninstalling this game.
Fucking dropped the fire.
Drop the beat.
Oh, let's break it down!
Here you go, Lucio.
Wait, watch this, watch this.
What? I was making a hole.
You just wall banged? What? And people say that FapCam needs a buff. What a joke.
Oh my god.
Nice work, people. Smoke them if you got them.
Yup, just as I upload a video about Fuse, he happens to get a new skin a few hours later that I didn't get to include in the video. Of course. If you haven't seen it yet, it's called Constrictor, which is essentially trying to make him look like a snake that squeezes the life out of both his own team and the hostage, and just for my own amusement, I only use the skin on plane while slithering around the map.
I have had it with these motherfucking snakes
On this motherfucking plane.
Fun facts about your death. 1. It happened. 2. It was hilarious. 3. There is nobody alive to mourn you.
But today's video is not about your boy
that's
Fuse,
sad.
it's about your boy Smoke, the joke. And before you ask, no, I'm not talking about that Smoke.
I wrote a blog post a while ago about why I f***ing hate video games. Because this is what it does. It appeals to, like, the male fantasy.
I'll have 2 number 9s, a number 9 logs, a number 6 with extra dip.
On a scale from Gordon Ramsay to
A
Margaret
number
Thatcher,
7.
I'm not sure how British Smoke is compared to the other SAS operators. I just always pictured Sledge as so overwhelmingly
I like that he was
British
like, before you
nobody
bring
else
it
can
up, we brought it up
compare.
before we even started the video.
Yes, we did.
If I were to describe Smoke with one word and one word only, it would have to be...
That's right. And this will be up in this bitch.
This stuff is
That was at least 30
definitely
words,
deadly. And
Badger.
to showcase this, I asked a teammate
said
of
one
mine
word.
to gas me as the Chanky Kang, which opened my eyes as to how quickly this stuff can fill your lungs and choke you. Smoke me up, fam. Wow, this is powerful. I'm not even going to be able to survive one of these. No, not even one. No.
But I will gladly take your
And I didn't actually mean Glaz. It was just a joke about Last Man Standing on Plane. I said it had to be Glaz. I think it's Ash.
I was promised a glass.
Yeah, so, just a joke. Just a joke. As you can imagine, this makes him perfect for secure area because he can gas an entire room, and he's even better against Montana when he tries to hide in a corner. Behind Montana down the hall.
Wait, going down blue hallway?
I don't know if that's blue. Oh, he's dead now. And he's so gassed. Where's he gonna go?
Damn.
Seriously, a Montana all by himself is the easiest kill you will ever experience as Smoke. He's just sitting there in a corner practically telling you, just smoke my shit up, fam. But even though this stuff is wonderful, do
doing that
not try to
skipping
use
thing
it
again.
as visual concealment. Because tons
Hop and a skip
As it
and a
do.
big fat nope.
of people think they're being clever by using it to mask their movements when the visuals of the gas itself are so inconsistent between
Wonder if
different
that has
players on
something to do with the
server, it's a
resolution you're
joke.
trying to
Like, just
capture
look
it
how
at
thick
than the
this gas
resolution
is
it
on my
actually is on the
screen, while
screen.
Monty's view
Probably.
is barely visible. What is this client-side, server-side netcode nonsense?
Chew on that! It's delicious!
It is, however, perfect for humiliation kills, which your team begs you to perform all game.
Humiliation.
Ouch.
Gas him, gas him, gas him. Yes. Yes.
Got him. I think he's dead, guys.
Gas,
Don't worry.
gas, gas!
There is nothing more satisfying than winning the round by gassing Kavera and Twitch at the same time. Oh, it's so perfect.
down, you down, Renegade.
Hey, go fuck yourself! Got him! Fuck you, Twitch, and fuck you, Kavera. I hate you both immensely and equally. Wrestling is fake, and you are stupid.
But sometimes using gas just gets awkward. Like, you guys know that Thermite skin that makes him look like some sort of mix between the Human Torch and a Nazi? It gets a little awkward when you gas him.
So this is what it was like.
That's not anti-Semitic, by the way, because Thermite is the one being gassed. I'm sure that's probably still offensive, but I'm just gonna tiptoe around it and call it awkward. Thankfully, you're immune to your own gas by wearing a mask that makes you look like a rat choking on a gas canister or a horse, whatever you prefer. Yo, Breaks.
Yep.
Do you like my rat choking on a gas canister mask?
Let me see it. What? Oh, that is terrifying. Wait, fucking what? Like that's
Yeah, you haven't seen this the smoke headgear where it looks like a rat that's choking on a gas canister?
No, I haven't. That's amazing. Actually, what's the fucking horse?
Nay.
I got Hibana, don't worry. Hibana Banana's down.
Oh wow, that is.
I got glazed donut too.
Really bad. That honestly will give me nightmares tonight. Looks like we got a Resident Evil.
As for weaponry, things can get a little confusing because it's oftentimes better to use the SMG/MAC-11, which is a secondary, as a primary due to its ability to shred people like cheddar cheese and randomly score you headshots.
Oh.
Oh, that Hibana's probably a salt mine right now. She's probably so salty. She was, oh, I have an SMG. Oh, I have an SMG too. My name's Smoke. The fact that terrifies me the most about this thing is that it used to be even better because you could stick an ACOG on the top. Apparently that was the meme at one point in the game, just to stick a suppressor the size of a duffel bag on the end and an ACOG on the top and style on everyone. There was an ACOG on the SMG?
Oh yeah, and it was a headshot fucking machine.
That's ridiculous.
Nobody could outshoot it because one, it was dead fucking accurate, you know, and the devs are like, hold the fuck on.
Yeah.
We fucked up. We're acknowledging that we severely fucked up. And
Take away the
ACOG.
ACOG.
Like hot fix now. And then Ubisoft broke even more shit.
That's not to say that the
As they do.
FMG9, also known as that Super Neato briefcase folding Star Wars gun from Hardline, is bad per se, but the shotgun is significantly more fun.
Get out your street sweepers, kids. We're cleaning this bitch up.
It's all in the wrist. And also the gun!
Rolling around with this shotgun / the world's greatest secondary GAT combo is fun for the whole family. It's wonderful to not have to confine yourself to the objective room all the time.
Alright, I'm going now. Dude, I'm sorry, I fucking
I got one.
Oh, dude, you just crop dusted that motherfucker.
Left.
I got him.
I literally had no idea which window you were talking about.
I littered Fuse with bullets. He has like 1,000 bullets inside of him right now.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, you know what you call all that space around the map that's not the objective room, that's free to roam?
Come here. Do you want to know what it's called?
Sure. It's free real estate.
I
knew it! I knew you were going there, Badger! Called it! Oh! I can't believe I called that. Oh.
About this by saying that
sick memes,
roaming
bro.
around
Sick
this free
memes.
real estate hinges heavily on your ability to know where the enemy is and call-outs from your teammates.
Hop out and kill it because you're on the drone. If you enter the zone, you will be detected. Defuse it too.
One at front door, reaching in. He just went in, Badger.
Also, wait, Badger? Yeah, that's stairwell. Watch it. He's coming up.
Got him. Good call.
Oh.
Nice.
Badger, he's coming up to you, dude.
Where?
Here.
Oh, good call.
There you go. I'm a fat Spanish woman! Run! Thermite. He's outside.
You're not a fat Spanish woman, you're a thick Spanish woman.
Yeah.
Know the difference.
I think I hear it. Yeah, he was right there. I thought he saw me. He was just lurking right there. They're outside marketing, if you guys know where marketing is.
Yep.
Yeah, Pranks, you're peeking it right now. You're in the right spot.
Oh, shut the fuck is wrong?
Why is marketing such an effective spot? This is ridiculous.
Oh, God.
Wow.
Jesus.
So lucky. Just know that I ran into the same
Smitty? Smitty, is that you?
No.
problems
so.
that everybody inevitably does, which is when a team has too many roamers, and you get recruit crushed by a sprinting train of bad guys.
Strippers?
Choo choo.
That was complete luck. How did McRae not kill me?
Oh my God, they're
Yeah. They hauled ass in there.
What the fuck?
They hauled ass in there. What the? What? Was that a recruit rush? You got splattered all over that wall. Wow. The recruit rush secure. I am so impressed. I'm not even mad.
Holy shit.
That's pretty MLG. All with the same shotgun?
Yeah.
I can get on board with that. You can hit God tier status if you work in conjunction with Mira, because if you think about it, Smoke using Mira's gadgets is smoke and mirrors, get it?
Haha.
No?
Ha 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 ha.
Okay, don't think that what you've seen here is necessarily the apex of Smoke gameplay, because it's certainly not. I mean, I've seen Smokes that carry around invisible SMGs. And on top of that, I've even seen Smokes that rival Jedis using the canister itself to kill people. And that's about it. Be sure to tune in next time when we make fun of Doc for being a junkie.
More Badger.
The thing I worry about playing that game is like learning that whole freaking cast of characters at this point.
Well, I think it could be done. It's a lot like Overwatch. When I first got into Overwatch, there were a lot of characters to learn.
Yeah, but not that many. There's still not that many in Overwatch, actually.
Fair enough.
There's 50 in this. Overwatch is at 30 right now.
Right now, yeah.
So
but
Overwatch was at like 20-something, 22 when I started, I think.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah.
And honestly, man, I'm not against I think effectively the shooters and the operators in this are a lot more similar than the ones in Overwatch are similar to each other. You see,
that's the other thing I'm thinking about, because just like everybody's like, wearing tactical armor and shit in this. Like, it's gonna be a lot harder to start learning and telling people apart in this game than it was in Overwatch, where like you got people that look so fucking unique from each other,
Well, that doesn't mean you can't like the customization though, dude.
Huh?
The customization, like your personal customization of a character, you can personally customize.
That makes it even more difficult to tell people apart.
How the hell is that?
Because you'll see the same character wearing two completely different things on the enemy team, and so like you'll see them and you'll be like, I don't know who that is, because they'll have
the same
different
unified
stuff.
color scheme, but they're it's a lot like the costumes on Overwatch.
From some stuff I've seen on there, the color scheme changes with costumes.
Changes with costumes, but overall, you know who's the enemy and who isn't because of their name and their outline.
Oh, that's not what I'm talking about, man. I'm talking about learning who specifically each character is. To be good at a game like this, you got to know what kit you're going up against.
Well, there's a counter for everything, and even
I'm not talking about distinguishing your guys apart from the enemy team. I'm talking about actually knowing what the hell like you're playing against in any given match. Like he's always like, oh, Hibana's down and stuff like that. He knows every character, and that's going to be hard to learn. Is what I'm saying about it. Like in Overwatch, like you have to do the same thing. Like if you have Lucio coming at you, you got to know what he's capable of doing to you. And when you first start playing the game, it's actually really confusing because you got people coming at you, and you're like, I don't know what's about to happen, and they get you with something.
It's a learning curve, dude. Every game has a learning curve, literally.
This one is like so far in at this point. I was like, I really want to play this game. It looks really.
Says the man playing Persona 5 and combing through that sumbitch
Persona
so much
5
that you are trying to.
Not a competitive multiplayer game.
It's not a competitive multiplayer game, but still, though, dude, you are combing through it with a literal micro brush tooth comb just to try and get perfect runs on every palace in the first day.
Yeah, but that's easy because I'm not dead the entire time I'm trying to do it.
Well, you're not dead the entire time trying to do it, but there's training stuff that you can do in this to learn shit pretty quickly.
Yeah, maybe. I just feel like it's a little daunting to learn that whole roster.
Any game you get into that has a high learning curve is daunting.
Yeah.
That's just like me playing Dark Souls, or me trying to play Dead Space on impossible difficulty. It's very fucking hard, and you have to plan yourself out because you only get 3 saves that entire game on impossible.
Yeah.
3 saves, which is fucked up.
It's just like there's a lot of memorization involved with these kinds of games. That's what I'm trying to say.
Well, yeah. Well, every game comes with memorization.
Like Persona's not as much memorization because I can write down a lot of things and refer back to it easily, and I don't have to quickly know. Like, you know, so like it's like as long as I know what I need to know, I can go look it up. But like in this, you're mid match, you know, you need it in your brain to pull out right away, like that, all that info. You need it on a fast-paced basis. You can't just go look up what's that character, you know. Like, you can after the fact. Well, but like that's what I'm saying is like with all the memorization, you need to know this stuff as you go. So it's just like I worry about being able to learn it really well, but I still like to try it. Like, because usually I like to start multiplayer games when they first come out because it's usually a little more manageable to pick up everything and then learn new stuff as they put it in.
But not everyone has the time for it, though, man.
Well,
on the other hand,
it's usually getting a hold of something early enough on, is what I mean, you know.
Well, yeah, I mean, you've been financially unable to do that.
Yeah,
and
well,
plus
like
not
with
being able to play on PC as well.
So, for example, with Paragon, when it came out, it had I think 18 or 20 people in it.
Yeah.
And it was pretty easy to pick up really quick and learn what everybody did and what I was going up against and stuff. And then they kept adding people, but it's like they only added one every 3 weeks. It was really easy to learn a new person every 3 weeks. But you hop in League of Legends and they already got like fucking 150 like more. Like they got a shit ton of characters.
Yeah.
In that. It's like good fucking luck. Like learning all that shit. It's gonna take you like years.
Well, and that's why a lot of the people who are the pros at it and who are the best at it have been playing since the very fucking beginning.
Yeah, because just you got it all in the back of your head and you know it from the very start.
But that's a lot of different types of playing styles. For instance, more heavy players or more like heavy characters or more magic-based characters or more.
The thing I couldn't figure out with League was that I did figure out come Paragon because it was easier to understand with a smaller roster was exactly like why certain characters go to a certain lane and shit. And like I learned a lot of other stuff going in there, but like I couldn't figure that out just because I was like, well, why is it that this guy gets to go to this lane, but I have to go to this one? Why is it that I'm always supposed to be like, yeah, I'm trying to play top lane? Like I don't understand. And then when Paragon came out, and I got to learn the game from a smaller, more like manageable size.
Yeah. And
it's like it's like basically the same concept of gameplay. You know, it's a MOBA.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, I get it now. Like, because like these characters do these things, and their kits are more well asserted to this, and this is how the maps work. You know.
Eventually, you'd have probably learned that in League of Legends.
Yeah, it just takes longer because it's already more complex.
You diving into it this late in the game versus someone who's been playing it since the very beginning. I mean, me. There's all sorts of games I'm behind on, man. I mean, hell, when me and Zach first got into Call of Duty World War II, we got our shit pushed in. Do you know why? Because we both sucked. And then after about 2 or 3 days of us learning the maps, learning how to get our play styles down and everything, I mean, we started dominating.
I got my ass kicked in Call of Duty pretty much constantly. Like, I could always kill, people in almost an even, like, I was usually pretty even. I didn't actually get good until my buddy, who was a semi-professional at one point Call of Duty player, came over and taught me how to play better. And like just watching his techniques and how he did stuff and everything, and like him teaching me about like how to aim while you're in any given situation and stuff. Because like I was always the kind of kid that would be like running with my gun pointed at the wall and shit. And he's like, no. When you're going, you're aiming where the enemy is going to pop out at. As you go around the corner, you move it left so that you're always aiming. If he pops out, you shoot. And I was like, oh, that makes sense.
Yeah, shit like that. That's typical tactical aiming.
He helped me with a bunch of stuff on that.
Basically, that's stuff I learned way back when I was playing Call of Duty 3 and Modern Warfare. And it translates over well in the newer games, and it's pretty much what everyone does.
Yeah,
and
it's just kind of a basic thing for shooters that I never really knew because I always
it's like
played
wave
by myself.
dashing for Smash Bros. Melee.
Yeah.
Like you learn wave dashing and learning how to wave dash is like the first thing that you need to learn if you're wanting to play on a more professional level.
Yeah. Also, just following him, like where he was like really good, and already knew all the maps, helped me learn the maps a lot faster. Because like I would see like where he would go and what he would do and how he would be looking at it to play each map and stuff, and like that kind of shit helps a lot when you got somebody that's good with you to follow around for a few.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, that's big.
Not to mention you get more second chances when you're with someone who is good, because if you miss, they might. They're more likely to kill the enemies, so you may be less likely to die as much, so you get a little bit more alive practice time in, too.
Well, like I said, man, I mean, every game has...
I think basically what I'm trying to say is if any of you guys are really good at Siege and want to come carry my ass while I learn how to play it, let me know.
Hey, maybe Badger will see this video and just be like, hey, man, come on, we'll have a recording session.
That would be badass.
Yeah.
I doubt it, but it'd be badass.
That's why I'm saying, just as a hyperbole, it's not like it's actually going to happen.
Teach me, Badger Sensei.
Badger-san. Por favor.
Badger Sensei.
Yeah. Oh, shit. Wow. We got some real assholes here in our area.
Yeah, sometimes.
No, well, there's a wrestling show going on that I'm helping take part in and everything, and a lot of them hung up posters at like venues and everything in the surrounding areas, and they've gone back and a lot of them have been torn down, and instead rival wrestling promotion posters have been placed there instead.
Oh, that's shit.
Fucking assholes.
That's fucking stupid, man. Like,
the event hasn't even taken place.
It should be like the music scene. It's like you guys should be supporting each other. You know what I mean? Like not being like fucking asshole rivals.
Yeah,
and shit.
here's the thing though, man. In the wrestling industry in this area, people have no loyalty. Everybody wants to be top dog, and everyone thinks that we had this person show up here for one show, therefore we're in the big game now. No, you're not in the big game. If you were in the big game, guess what? All of your wrestlers would be getting paid every night, and you would fill up your arenas every night. Instead, you're lucky if 20 people show up, and you're lucky if your wrestlers walk away with pocket change.
Yep.
That's usually the case. In which the wrestling promotion I'm working for, the leaps we've taken in 1 year have been exponential in terms of our views that we get on Facebook and YouTube and everything. And then, of course, there's people in this area who see our success, and actually, they flagged our videos on Facebook and on YouTube as too violent. It's professional wrestling. It's not like we're showing snuff films of people getting their heads chopped off or shit like that. It's people getting body slammed, and it's people like throwing clotheslines and leg drops. That's it. And people are still flagging our stuff.
People who act that way are fucking children.
They are. And we've called them out on it multiple times.
It's like the local music scene. Like, the bands in our local music scene, thank God, nowadays, for the most part, like, are all supportive of one another and want every one of us... I want every band in this area to succeed, in some way. Like, and back in the day, like, we had another band that was basically like, oh, these guys are like, as this new band we came on and played, and they watched us.
Yeah.
And they, I guess, were intimidated by us, and so they started sabotaging us by having, like, their promoter, like, try to get us to play shows, and then canceling it last minute and shit, and it was kind of shit. Like, and I'm just like, dude, that kind of competition has no place in that kind of scene.
It doesn't, but try telling that to a bunch of these hard-headed wrestling asshats who, honestly, if their show isn't the biggest and best in the area... Every time we've gone out of this area... Here's the thing. In this area... A lot of the shows we go to, we're lucky if we draw 50 to 60 people. We did a show in Brazelton, Georgia. We drove hours to get there. And we get there about 4 hours before the show has even started. We got 10 people outside wanting to go in, waiting for us.
Oh, hell yeah.
And not only that, but when the show goes on, we don't fill up the arena because this place is friggin' huge. but we sold well over 300 tickets.
Nice.
And we were just like, holy hell, we need to go out in the area more often. It's just like us going down to Asheville one time. We went to Asheville at this awesome place called the Mothlight, and we destroyed it.
Those kind of places totally depend on where you go, though, because, I mean, like, it might not with wrestling, but I'm pretty sure it would. Like, it's the same as, like, music or any other kind of entertainment, I would think. Because music-wise, like, we went to Nashville, which Nashville has a very large music background, but it's all country music and bluegrass. So we went to a bar. We expected to have, like, a pretty decent turnout because we're like, hell yeah, Nashville, man, you know, 2 fucking people.
Yeah.
Then we go to West Virginia, and we were like, yeah, there's probably going to be, like, nobody there. Fucking packed ass bar. Like, all kinds of people.
Yeah.
Like, I was like, okay.
Yeah. It's booking.
Weird.
Booking
just depends
and
on the local
also.
area and the scenes.
You see, our time at the Mothlight, when we did our showdown at the Mothlight, it was perfect because there hadn't been any shows there, and there weren't any shows booked for the next 2 or 3 days, and there hadn't been a show for about a week. And we booked it there, and we booked it as a double act. Half of it was rap music, and half of it was wrestling. R&W is what we call it, rhythm and wrestling. And pretty much we're doing it again. We're doing it again November 30th, and it's going to be fun.
Nice.
It's going to be a lot of fun, and I'm going to be there recording all the shit.
I think we've turned this into a podcast episode.
Kind of, yeah. So, anyway, ladies and gentlemen, sorry about getting off topic there, but what do you expect from us? It's what we do. This was Big Smoke the Joke, Rainbow Six Siege by RussianBadger. If you want to see more Badger, MoRBudger, as it says here on the screen, right there. If you want to see more of that, there's a link down below in the description that will take you to RussianBadger's original channel and the original video. And if you want to see more from us, hit that subscribe button, ring that bell, like the video. And until next time, signing off, I'm Nate.
I'm Nick.
We will see you all in the next one. Peace out.